What we saw earlier this year when these accusations of sexual misconduct began to emerge is a good share of New Yorkers didn't know what to make of them. Governor Cuomo was extremely popular, perceived to have done a good job with the pandemic. Residents of the state, well, now they've turned on the governor. A brand new Pix 11 NewsNation Emerson College poll. We asked the governor should resign because of the claims of sexual harassment. 60% said yes. 53% among Democrats. We're seeing a majority of Democrats even saying he should resign. 26% saying no. 14% say they're not sure what to make of it. But again, that 60%, a really damaging number to see in this polling. And then we asked if he does not resign, should he be impeached? And remember, we're not like the federal government where President Trump, he remained in office during his trial. During impeachment in New York, you're out of office. Lieutenant Governor Hochul would take over. 58% of folks say he should be impeached if he doesn't resign. 27% say no. 15% are unsure. We then went on to ask if people trusted the Attorney General's report. Remember that Cuomo and his allies have tried to muddy the waters in recent weeks by going after the credibility of Attorney General James and the investigators themselves. New Yorkers, they're not buying it. 64% say yes, the investigation is credible. 15% no. 20% unsure. So if Cuomo's just trying to convince the unconvinced, he's only working on 20% of people. I actually did speak with some lawmakers who represent areas that are traditionally friendly to Governor Cuomo, including Nassau County State Senator Todd Kaminsky, and he says the tide is turning on the ground.
The more people that learn of the evidence, the more people that, are confronted with, the actual facts are turning. Even those who were skeptical before have not had given him the benefit of the doubt, no longer do.
Now, if Governor Cuomo is looking for a sign of hope in our polling, this is about as good as it gets. He has 41% approval against 47% disapproval, so he's underwater. But when you consider those other numbers, all the people that wanted him to resign or be impeached, 41%, not so bad, relatively speaking. Tamsin and Corey.
All right, lots of questions, Henry. First off this, if Governor Cuomo does resign or get impeached, that would mean Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul becomes governor. So what do the polls tell you about her?
Well, our polling found that most New Yorkers, around 32% in fact, were just not sure how Kathy Hochul would do leading the state. 16% in fact have never heard of her. So even though she was briefly a congresswoman, has been lieutenant governor for almost 7 years now, there are not a lot of strong opinions, especially in our corner of the state. She's much more familiar to Buffalo area voters, Tamsin.
All right. Now, what's interesting is that, the polls are pretty clear that people want the governor gone. So you might think that the chance of him staying are very low right now, or him surviving this are very low. But if he does survive and he runs for a fourth term, what might that look like, Henry?
It looks like he doesn't have a chance. 75% of New Yorkers in our poll say it's time for someone new. That means even among those who are remaining with him right now, many of those folks, people still supporting the governor, say it's time to turn the page next November.